all that matters is what you do on race day. Unless you go out and perform when it matters, when everyone's watching, it means nothing. It matters zero.
This is the first ever Collins Cup. All the greatest athletes are here. Team Europe, Team Internationals, Team US. For the first time in history, the road to the Collins Cup starts here.
I definitely appreciate that people don't quite understand me. And I think that's probably a part of it, is you're this nice guy and you're quite friendly to everyone.
Oh yeah, real cold.
Yet then competitively, people probably see a different side that is quite ruthless. You can't be the nice guy all the time. You know, the nice guy often finishes last. You have to have that other edge. It's not a tickling contest out there. I mean, we're there to beat each other, so. All I want to do is win. You know, I think it's pretty obvious the way I race. I give everything I've got to get to the front. I give everything I've got to stay there. And when I'm not leading, I take it personally. I'm from Tasmania, born in Tasmania. My mum brought me up. When I moved to the mainland when I was 2. And then I moved back to Tasmania for high school and lived with my dad. When I was 13, that was when I got into rowing. Dad was a fisherman. He was the pioneer of the abalone industry, basically created it. He still holds all the records for the most fish ever caught in a day, in a year. Amazing work ethic, and I guess led by example to, yeah, the job is never finished. You know, there's always more to do, and you don't take days off. So I guess sport, you know, was a natural fit for me with that mentality. Rowing was the sport that I was best at school, so I focused on that. I didn't want to play football anymore. I didn't want to be in the athletics team anymore because I was focused on rowing. You know, I'd prefer to go to the gym and lift weights and do what I knew I needed to do to make the Olympic team, and the school was very critical of that. They even actually suspended me at one point, and indefinitely. They literally did it just after lunch, and I had to leave. On the walk, I'd already just gone, I'm going to go to the gym and go to training and get on with it. When I made the Olympic team, they've had me back, you know, they've got awards named after me. 2006, I was 4th at the World Championships in rowing, in the elite rowing, and then in 2007, I was actually selected in the Australian cycling team and competed in the elite time trial at the World Championships. I don't know if there's been many athletes that have done World Championships in one elite sport and another within a 12-month span. Raced in the World Tour for 4 years. I decided to give triathlon a go and went to Kona, obviously broke the bike course record, led the race. That performance convinced me to pursue triathlon. You know, it's funny, because when I'm on the bike, I appreciate my role in the team as being one of the helpers, and I don't have any personal desire, ambition. But when I'm in a triathlon, all I want to do is be in front. And I can't explain it, but I just remember doing a triathlon after I'd stopped cycling and just being in the swim and just having that hunger back to be as close to the front as I could, got on the bike, wanted to be in the front, and then on the run, try to survive. And that was just a feeling I'd lost for whatever reason, where I just want to be the winner. You know, in this sport, obviously I have a skill on the bike. There's a lot of expectation. There's a big target on your back every race. Everyone's trying to prove themselves against you in that discipline. I really like that target. I love going out there and knowing that people want to beat me. because it's so much more satisfying when you can deliver. I don't hide anything. I mean, for instance, on Strava, every training session I've done basically for the last, since Strava begun, is on there. People can see exactly what I do. I mean, it's all there. I feel like the young triathletes that watch me, the way I've come through, they watch me and they go, I can be that, I can do that, I can be better than him. Because that's what I'm like. I look at the best guys and I watch them and I can be better than you. That's what you want. You want to be able to perform in a way that makes others dream that they can do it too. I believe that racing on the road has definitely strengthened my overall performance. It's made me a better athlete. This gave me a good kick in the butt to learn how to race, to get a bit more racy again. A triathlon, it's more of a controlled effort. In a bike race, you've got very little control often. You're sprinting, you're attacking, you're chasing, you're getting dropped, you're coming back, you're attacking. The demands on the system are quite extreme. So to then get off and actually try and teach your body, okay, now you've still got to run even though you're exhausted, to me is like a golden opportunity. But also what racing on the road does, and that high intensity, is then when I do get home and get an opportunity to swim or run, I feel like I can push myself harder, you know, without having done the work, you know, having the big base that I would normally need to do that. A very interesting question that I get asked a lot about how strong triathletes are in cycling and vice versa. And the reality is triathlon has progressed so much, particularly in the last few years, that it's become a very specific effort. Triathletes are world class at that particular type of effort on the bike, you know, and they're, they would be better than cyclists. Years ago, the stigma of triathletes was really not a glorious one, and me being able to be at the level I've been at in both sports has helped bring a legitimacy to the sport of long distance triathlon. And personally, I feel like I've been quite a good bridge, you know. I love that. I love being able to bring appreciation and respect to my sport and to my peers. I'm an old guy. I've been around a long time in sport. I'm mighty grateful to even be here still competing at this level, still improving. Anything I can do to make this sport better when I'm done than what it was when I came, I'm more than happy to do. What do I feel like? Oh, the Godfather. The one that just, you know, oversees it all. The Collins Cup is going to bring a group of guys that are normally rivals together to be teammates and to try and win something as a collective. And it's this format of triathlon we'd never seen. We have no idea what that'll look like. It's fascinating. We might see a completely different type of star. You know, the best athletes may not be the ones we expected. Everywhere in my life, I'm surrounded by the best people, and I know my dad, he's always never thought he knew everything. He'd find the best person to teach him or to explain it to him or to show him. And I think appreciating other people's talent is a huge thing, and that's one of the greatest things he's taught me, you know, is never think you're too good. Anytime you get to represent your country, or in this case, a collective of countries, it's an honour. We're composed of a lot of countries that are used to being the underdogs, so never bet against us. I love competition, and I love seeing people get better and better, and obviously that drives me to keep getting better and better as well. My dream in the sport is to beat the best athletes when they're at their best. Before I'm done, it'd be nice to have a couple of those moments in my career. Lots of people have doubted me. A lot of people have told me I won't do a lot of things, and I've always got where I want to go. And there's still places that I'm looking forward to getting to.
The inaugural Collins Cup. You do not want to miss this.